It's a first historic Test match at the Rose Bowl. You must be looking forward to playing a part in it.
Yeah, I am. I think it's justified now. Now you've got these two new stands built here. It's a lovely ground. I used to hate it when I worked there. It just seemed like one big roof stuck on a temporary ground. But it's really come together the last couple of years. I think the pitch is now exceptional. At least what I've been told. I've not played 4-day cricket here for a couple of years, so it's. I know all the team are looking forward to it, and hopefully getting a win.
And last time out here, you took 3 wickets against Pakistan in that one-day international series decided last year. Do you have good memories from that one?
I do. I had to get first ear to the ground so I could get the same spot in the change room because I'm very superstitious. And yeah, that was one of our best wins last year. That was the team song sung after the game was absolutely magnificent. So hopefully we'll get to do it again this week.
And you mentioned the pitch here at the Rose Bowl. It's been a series generally where there's been a lot of batting. You must be looking forward to potentially having a bowl in this test.
Well, I've done a lot of bowling as well, so I think it's going to be a good pitch. When it first opened the ground, it was a bit of a horror pitch for batsmen, but that's natural when a ground first opens. I think over the last few years, it's become a really good cricket wicket. So hopefully, it'll have some pace and bounce, and yeah, we'll all get a good bowl on it. And
this is pretty much the first test on the South Coast, so you could see the fans here today. Obviously, it means a lot to them. It must be great to play in front of them.
Yeah, it is. I mean, like you say, down the South Coast, I'm sure there's good support in public down here who love their cricket, so we always get good support here for the one-day games, and hopefully it'll be the same in the Test match.
Andrew, is the Rose Bowl a ground that, as an England team, you like to come to and like to play at?
Well, we've very much enjoyed the one day as we've played here. It's been a very good wicket for one-day cricket. We've had some very exciting games of cricket here, and as I said, the practice facilities are outstanding. So it's very much a first-class facility. Hopefully we'll have 5 good days of cricket which will do the ground justice.
Kumar, just carried on from that question, what have you felt of the Rose Bowl generally? Do you like the ground?
It's a beautiful ground, it's a beautiful stadium, and we don't have a lot of history to go on because sometimes Test wickets are usually different from first-class wickets. So I think finally you have to play on it to really see how it behaves. But at the same time, we have a definite understanding of what we are about. We've seen England over 2 Test matches, so we've just got to ensure that we've got something going our way that will enable us to change the pattern of the last 2 Test matches.
So Kevin, thank you for joining me. Can we take you back to 2005 where you made your Test debut for England against Australia? Can you tell me a little bit about what that was like?
Yeah, that was absolutely amazing. It was a very special time in my life. I'd obviously played a few one-day games and got a taste for international cricket, but to get the call, actually living down here in Southampton, to say that I was selected or I was in the squad to play against Australia the following week was very, very special, and something I'll never ever forget, and turned out to be an amazing summer, and a summer never to forget as well.
What did it mean to play at Lord's as well? What did it feel like walking out from the long room out to bat?
Mate, it was very emotional, but also very determined to do well, because obviously Graeme Thorpe had played in that position for many a year, and I was coming in to fill some real big boots, and I knew I needed to perform, so I had to have my head on.
And obviously one of probably your first Test highlights was from that series at the Oval, and when you made 158. Do you see that as one of your career highlights in Test cricket?
Yeah, definitely. It has to probably go down as one of them. It was an amazing day at the Oval. The atmosphere was electric, and I think the whole England cricket team changed the face of cricket for England, or in England, sorry. And I certainly think that we didn't do ourselves any harm in terms of going forward and raising the profile of cricket in the country. We were led by a fantastic leader in Michael Vaughan, and Freddie had an amazing Ashes, and our bowling quartet was phenomenal. And then Trescothick and a few of the batters really stood out when they needed to. It was a very, very memorable series.
What was it like coming into the team for the first time in that series? Kind of come from the outside into that team. Was it easy to settle in?
It was, yeah, because it was like a family. It was like the unit we've got at the moment, a very, very family-orientated unit in terms of everybody gets on with each other. Anybody who comes into our dressing room, whether they just come in to help for a day as a 12th man, they get made to feel like they're part of the team.
And obviously you've had a couple of other massive knocks against Australia. Obviously the one in this series just gone, a double 100, and the one previously in Adelaide. Are those 2 highlights as well for you?
Oh mate, any time you get runs it's a highlight, believe me.
And just finally, is there anything else that sticks out in your Test career that you think, yeah, that was a big moment, or that maybe changed the way I
I think one of my big highlights was just being selected as captain of the England team and scoring 100 in my first knock at the Oval. I think that'll probably stick with me for a long time as well. But I mean, winning an Ashes series, winning a World Cup, the team focus, the team goals, and picking up those trophies, standing on those podiums and picking up those trophies with the team are incredible days.
What are your aspirations for the future for England? Is there anything else really burning ambition you want to achieve in the game?
Well, yeah, I mean, this team that we've got at the moment is a very, very, very good team, and we want to be the best team in the world. And I do believe, and there's a very genuine belief in the dressing room, that we can be a very, very good team for a long time. And those kinds of things are good.
Thank you. Thank you for joining me. I'll just take you back to your Test debut in 2007 against India. What was it like being called up for the England Test team?
Actually came as a big surprise. Actually, I was playing in a Lions game, and I got the call up. I think Steve Harmison and Matthew Hogarth were struggling with injuries, so I got the call. I was delighted and wasn't sure if I was going to get the nod, but I did, and it was a fantastic experience to make my Test debut at Lord's.
What was it like coming out that long room for the first time as an England player? Must have been a great feeling.
Yeah, it was very special. Obviously, you've got all the members there, and they clap you onto the pitch, and it's a very special feeling to be involved.
What do you recall from that day? Is there anything that stands out, a particular memory?
Probably my most special memory was just taking my first wicket. It took me, I think, about 15 overs to get my first wicket, but eventually when I did get my first wicket, it was very special. And I remember Michael Vaughan sort of jumping on top of me, and everyone followed after that. But it was a very special moment in my life.
And in terms of a Test career highlight, obviously you played a key part in the Ashes win this winter. You took the final wicket of Michael Beers. Is that a big moment for you? Is that a highlight?
I think so. I mean, Melbourne was also very special when we retained the Ashes. The feeling there with the crowd and everything was very special. But it was probably equally matched with, again, taking the final wicket and then having the Barmy Army there and just the electric sort of feeling after that game. It was a very special couple of weeks.
And what were the celebrations like afterwards? I imagine they were pretty...
Yeah, both celebrations were great. We sort of had a bit of a gathering in the dressing room, and then a few of us sort of headed out after that. But no, it was pretty special.
And finally, to play a Test here at the Rose Bowl, obviously your old ground, it must be a great feeling.
That is, no, it's just got here just now, and it's nice to be back and to see a few old faces, and looking forward to getting out there in a couple of days.
Thanks, Chris.